Hello, hello. It's Ashley checking in again. I am late once again. It's Tuesday. I know it's been a very stressful week already for me. Work has been, really rough, and so excuses, I know. So anyway, regardless of that, even though it has been a very stressful time for me in terms of work and financially, as far as Medifast has been really, really good. I've gotten back on track from my last time. I know I discussed on my video that I had gone to a concert and drank a lot and ate a lot of bad stuff that week. So I've gotten back on track this week and done pretty good. I have lost another couple pounds. I'm down. I finally broke past the 260 mark, so I'm 258 now. So I'm losing again, and it feels really good. And, like I say all the time, my clothes keep getting baggier and baggier on me. And it's kind of a struggle to find clothes that actually fit. I've been trying to go through my closet and get stuff that I haven't worn in a while. So, still doing that. I don't want to go buy clothes right now because I'm hoping that I'll keep losing, and it just seems like a waste of money, especially when I'm kind of broke. So I guess this video I'll talk about stress. That's been the main theme of my week so far, and even the end of last week. I kind of have a high stress job, and I work at a small clinical research firm, and we do research for pharmaceutical drugs for psychiatric patients. So as you can imagine, it's a little stressful. There's a lot of demand on us to perform and get lots of patients, etc. So, and right now, we're a small site. We don't have a lot of staff, so there's a lot of pressure on us. And in the past, it was always food that I turned to when I was stressed out, because it made me feel better. For instance, we're inside of a psychiatric practice. And if any of you have ever worked in the medical field, like in a doctor's office, pharmaceutical reps, they can no longer kind of give you gifts the way they used to because of an act that was passed in Congress called the Sunshine Act. But one of the last remaining vestiges of things that they can do for you is bring you lunch. And that's kind of a bribe to get in with the doctor and talk to the doctor. So if you've worked in a doctor's office, then you know that they will bring you this smorgasbord of food. And where I work, because there are a lot of providers, and it's, there's not a whole lot around here as far as psychiatrists go, we get, probably 3 to 4 times a week, sometimes more, maybe a little less, we get lunch brought to us, and it's like amazing stuff. It's like from nice restaurants, catering companies, fried chicken, burgers, tacos, nachos, anything bad you could ever imagine. Olive Garden, So ever since I've started Medifast, I've really had to practice a lot of self-control, because they bring that. I smell it, I see it, I walk past it all the time. I try to avoid it as much as possible, but it kind of fills up the room with smell of bread and stuff like that. But I was really proud. I did very well from the very beginning with that, of avoiding it and not eating it at all, sticking to my Medifast meals. And I've done good throughout, and that was one thing that I was very scared of, was being in that kind of environment, trying to do this. I was not very confident in my ability to have the strength to say no and to not eat it. But I've done very, very well, so I can be proud of that. But it is still a struggle. When you smell it, and especially when you're very stressed out, and what I was saying about the whole stress thing is it kind of, eating kind of fatty, salty, salt-rich foods kind of breaks up your day. So when you've been having a long day, and lunchtime rolls around, you're already hungry because your blood sugar is dropped if you're not on a Medifast kind of plan where you're eating healthy, low-carb diet. Lunch comes around and it's kind of your excuse to take a break from everything, to kind of give yourself those, like, fatty, sugary, salty foods that kind of increase your dopamine levels and gives you that reward boost, the same way that a drug does. So it's really, when you're stressed out, eating that kind of lunch becomes kind of a habit, and the worse your day is, the worse your lunch is. So I haven't really had that as a crutch, which is a good thing, of course, but I've had to find other ways to kind of, alleviate the stress and kind of take a break throughout the day. So I still try to set aside my Medifast meal and eat it, and enjoy it and everything like I would to help break up my day a little bit. Being able to eat every 2 to 3 hours also helps. The fact that I have every 2 to 3 hours this time to myself where I try to take 5 to 15 minutes to eat my bar. I try to cut it up into small pieces to make it last longer. But a lot of times, unfortunately, I do have to eat at my desk while I'm working. I try to avoid it, but sometimes you got to do what you have to do. And so, I just wanted to talk about that because it is kind of a thing that's been affecting me the last week. Is when I get really stressed out in the past, when I was on diets, it would be my excuse to kind of go overboard and to go back to fatty foods. I deserve it. I'm stressed out. I don't have the patience or the energy to think about eating healthy, to think about doing what I'm supposed to do. So I'm recognizing that right now is kind of a volatile period for me, or kind of a, I'm in danger of doing that. So I've been trying to be cognizant of it. And avoid it. So, that's one thing that I've had to deal with. And then stress anyway makes me want to eat bad. So, I've tried to find other things. As you know, and I'm sure I've talked about a couple times, I like video games. So I use that as kind of a stress reliever. Talking to friends. Making these videos helps a lot to talk about kind of my fears about where my pitfalls and where I'm afraid of messing up and that kind of thing. But usually, I've been able to deal with it. So that's been a really good thing. So other than that, one thing I did do this week, because of that stress factor, is I did move my lean and green meal to lunch to kind of switch things up a little bit. And so even certain days, depending on what they bring, I am able to eat a little bit of what they bring. So if it's, because a lot of times it's like a catered place, so they will have grilled chicken and salad and stuff like that. So I can eat, as long as it's not like fried or, just really unhealthy foods. If it's similar to what I would have eaten for my lean and green for dinner, then I may eat it, and then I'll just have a Medifast meal for dinner. Like, that's what I'm doing today. So earlier, I had a piece of pork, kind of a lean cut of pork, and some salad with some low-fat dressing, really small portions. Avoid all the breads and the sweets, because they're always bringing cookies and stuff, and that used to be like my favorite thing, was like a huge chocolate chip cookie or something. So I avoid all that stuff, and I just eat my lean and green for lunch. And then for dinner, I found when I get home, because usually the nighttime is the biggest problem for me, I usually get hungriest at night. But I found eating my lean and green for lunch, when I get home I'm not starving like I normally would be, or maybe not even starving, but I would just really be hungry and ready for that lean and green meal. But now when I get home I feel pretty good and like kind of stable. So I actually kind of like this lean and green for lunch, Medifast meal for dinner kind of thing. So I just really did it to kind of switch up the routine so that I wouldn't get bored with it. And I think that's important for me, because I get bored with things very quickly, and then I want to go back into my my old bad habits. So I've just kind of switched it up. Maybe you should try it if you're kind of getting like me and you kind of want something different, or you're just, it's a month in for me, so whatever I can do to keep it fresh is good with me. So I'm definitely going to try whatever I can. So, still losing, still doing good. I'm at 258 right now. I can't remember what I was the last time I did a video. I think it was like 263 or somewhere around there. So I've lost like another 4 to 5 pounds. So yeah, I feel really good. And hopefully my goal in terms of like, shorter term goals is that by Christmas I will have lost altogether at least like 60 pounds. And I think that that's a very reachable goal. I mean, it's kind of, pathetic goal really in the grand scheme of things in terms of because I've already lost, altogether. I mean, I started out at like 294, so I've already gotten down to 258. So, I've already lost almost 40 pounds. So that would only be a little over, like 25 pounds and I'd be there. But, I'd really like to lose about 10 pounds a month if possible. I know that's a little bit faster than what they say is doable, But, you know, that'll be kind of my liberal goal, and my conservative goal will be more like 6 to 8 pounds a month. So, you know, hopefully by Christmas I will be pretty thin, and I can, you know, see my family and get all the, oh wow, look how skinny you are, and, you know, and get some money for Christmas and go shopping and get new clothes and all that stuff. So that would be really nice. And then maybe next summer I can be all hot for the beach. So thanks again to everybody who's reached out to me to be like a Medi Buddy. I'm sorry if you have commented or anything. I've just been doing eating, sleeping, and breathing work this whole week. So I'm very sorry. And I also am going to Chicago. Oh, and that's the last thing I'll talk about. I do have to go out of town to Chicago for work on Thursday and Friday and Saturday of this week. I leave Thursday, come back Saturday. So I am very nervous about, this will be my like first time out of town on Medifast. So I'm going to fill my suitcase with all of the things that, you know, are easy to eat, like bars and bites. I'm going to take a couple microwavable things because they will have a microwave somewhere in that hotel, and I'll damn sure find it. So I'm a little nervous about that. You know, at these meetings, they feed you every hour. It's crazy how they feed us. They put out like chocolate fountains. I mean, it's insane. It really is. So I'm very nervous about it, and I'm just going to have to really watch what I eat, look forward to lean and greens, and go to a restaurant that has a good piece of fish, or, you know, really good chicken that's cooked with just normal spices, no fatty stuff. So I'll just have to look forward to the things that I can have and avoid the things that I can't have, and remember why I'm doing this. So wish me luck. I will definitely do a video shortly after I get back, like I normally do, somewhere between Sunday and Tuesday it's been, I know, and talk about how it went, and then maybe I'll have some better idea of things to do when you are out of town. Maybe you can learn from some mistakes, maybe I'll learn things that are good to do, and I can let you know. So anywho, thanks for listening, and take care, and I'll see you guys when I get back from Chicago. Thanks, bye.